Hello! On the road again. Yes, this is a first. This is a video that sort of blossomed out of one of the small videos on my extras channel because I am childishly obsessed with toys. A while ago I reviewed two things called Monsta Fizz, yes, pronounced like that, and Toxic Mutants. And I got kind of obsessed with their weird designs and ended up buying a crate of them. And so did Harry Partridge, who's there.
Hello, I'm here with my incredibly timely Halloween-themed gloves to differentiate me from the befleshed Stuart.
Really, he's just got funny disease as he's covering up. I don't want to catch them. And yeah, we kind of bought loads of these damn things between us, and they're more frightening and bizarre than I ever thought possible. So hence, onto the main channel. Ooh, this comes off. What's under there? Oh, Christ. Right. Let's have a look at them in the package first for anyone who is yet to see. This is the first type, Toxic Mutants, and they come in a really horrible black, dangerously realistic toxic waste drum with like proper warning symbols on, which is all a bit unpleasant. The art of what you get inside seems to bear little resemblance to what they actually are. Say hello to Green Penis Head Man, and nobody else apparently. Help save the world. Yeah, because you know that's probably not going to happen when you see what's inside them. All you get on the back really are loads of things warning you about how horrible the goo is inside, because not only do you get a toy in it, but like a load of hideous slime. For instance, in case of stains, immediately remove excess goo material, then wash with warm water and white vinegar. Yes, I remember puberty too. Anyway, if you actually want to see inside... This takes a while usually, because of very high security packaging. First sprung Dirk technique. See, children love this sort of thing, where you have to lacerate your hands to get at toys.
It happened to me far too much, as you can tell already.
That'll teach me for not wearing the gloves.
Yeah.
And what's inside? A load of pink goo and a figure we've already got. So I'm not going to show it to you, you can just see it later.
Oh.
And I'm not even going to show Harry, so he'll forever live in wonderment.
Curses, Stuart. Shall I whip out the others then?
Please do.
This is Monsta Fizz, which Stuart has already briefly reviewed. On the front here it says, "Watch it fizz," which is obviously an instruction of what you're supposed to do, but it sounds sort of like a Cockney warning. Watch it fizz! You've got some pretty hilarious art here on the front, kind of similar to the, what was the other one called? Toxic Slime?
Toxic Mutants.
Toxic Mutants, yeah. It's a pretty similar deal, as you will see later on, except the gimmick with this one is you can drop this sort of concrete block here into some warm water and it will fizz away and reveal your incredibly mediocre toy. On the back, you've got some pictures of the other characters that are available, none of which we actually have so far, including a sort of undead hipster with a bionic shoulder, some decomposing bulls, and Kesha.
Hang on. And Homer Simpson, where his head is turning into a penis.
Oh, that happened in season 20.
Oh, the Simpsons have done everything. Right, we'll open that one at the end because it takes a while to fizz and remove horrible stains thereafter. Right, camera angle change. So, this is a mixture of the Toxic Mutants and the Monsta Fizz because, well, they're all pretty much indistinguishable from each other and are mostly just repaints. First up, here's a little man you may have seen before from the other video. He looks like a sort of bleeding, mouldy gimp, is the only way I can put it. He's made his own mask out of a pair of ladies' knickers, because, you know, that's a way to save money. Something we should point out from these.
They break?
Yes! There we are. Infinite play value. Now, the idea is you can snop? You can snop if you like, but you can also snap off the body parts and put on the heads of different figures. The problem being, they're all like completely different sizes and shapes, so that doesn't really work very well.
And you can't really make anything more disturbing than what you get out of the box anyway.
That is entirely true. In fact, you're just sort of ramping down the disturbing levels. For instance, here is a friend of our gimp there, the prostate gimp, who will gladly come in and check things out for you. Yeah, again, he's made his own mask out of a bin bag this time, and whilst it looks really similar to the last one, every part is in fact moulded differently. And worryingly, there's a repaint where he's not wearing gloves and his mask is metal. If you are going to have a prostate exam from one of these people, go for the one where he's wearing gloves. Trust me on this.
If there's anyone that isn't disturbed at this point, I think we should remind them that the figure did come in a pot of mucousy black slime.
And if you've got that up your prostate, seek medical help immediately.
I think I should introduce at this point another figure that we actually have a few duplicates of, who's this, I guess, sort of a South Seas, possibly Sri Lankan pauper of some kind. Yeah. And the guy he has 4 arms. He also has 4 arms, of course, but he also has 4 arms, and we have a few of him. If you want to take that one, Stuart.
Yeah, it's got kind of a Chinaman caricature in Kiss makeup thing going on with a big ginger moustache.
This one seems to be covered in random splotches of blood, and he has red eyes, but again, it's the same figure, just repainted by a fool.
But this is him after he'd been dead for a while, I think, and decided to wear some pyjamas.
This one, I think, has been dead even longer, possibly. He's purple.
And they couldn't even be bothered to paint the moustache. I mean, come on, it's clearly moulded onto his face.
It could just be a horrendous hair lip, but yeah, I think you're right.
Oh no, I've insulted him now.
Another one there, obscured by my huge puffy hands, but
let's have a look. Oh, yeah, that's just somebody who's got his outfit together from JJB, isn't it? Enough of that. But anyway, they were quite keen on repainting that one, as you can tell. Hello, Grandad. How you been doing with your monstrous broken arms and hydrocephalic head? And, like, snails crawling all over him, or are they...
I don't know what that is. To begin with, I thought they were exoskeletal organs.
Oh.
Now I'm thinking it might be something less nice than that.
I'm now rubbing his internal organs. He loves it. Yeah, there's something a bit off, not only about the design of this one, but also the pose. I don't know what he's sort of doing with this arm. Holding it to his head to try and stem the agony from his horrendously swollen cranium.
You can tell he's thirsty. He's got water on the brain.
Dun, dun.
I'm sorry.
Oh dear. But not to worry. He's dead now. Yeah, this is one of the repaints where his eyes have rotted out of his scalp. He's covered with cuts and sores. His internal organ, or external organ, seem to have rotted. And what, Grandad before the funeral, Grandad after the funeral? I don't know. It's just monstrous. And you see how he's staring at you now? That's the last thing you'll see before you die.
Yay!
And on that bombshell, what's next?
Well, for fans of Puppy in My Pocket, Littlest Pet Shop, and sort of similar franchises, we have this hideous
Jesus
cyber
Christ.
leopard. What do you think of that, Stuart?
Fucking hell, man, what? Did this used to be human? Is this something from Fantastic Planet? I don't... Oh, grief, look at the face. Why is the face so humanly realistic and the rest of the body like this cyber thing? This is like a discarded idea for Thundercats.
Oh, actually, yeah, funny enough, saying that one, this one does look like Panthro's brother.
The face! The face!
The runt of the litter.
Oh my God, look at that! Oh, man. That just creeps around your door at the dead of night. And just stares and stares. I mean, the character designs are through the roof now. Why the human head and the... I don't know. I don't want to know or ever think of it again. And to take my mind off it, here's a prostitute.
Who's blue?
Who's blue and has got some interesting body features for the niche sex market, I think, like this giant wobbly head.
Do you think she does deep throating?
I don't think anything could go that deep. Also slightly Cro-Magnon sort of eyebrows going on there. Why was this a good idea for a children's toy? I mean, it really is dressed like a hooker.
Kids love undead alien hookers.
That is true. That is true. I'd forgotten all those 80s cartoons based on that exact thing. We've also got another version where she's sort of a slightly skin colour but has developed a soul patch, which is not really making it any more attractive.
Oh, it just ruins her now. She was quite attractive previously.
But shave it off, she'll be fine. These did come with spare heads as well, with like a shorter neck, just in case your particular preference is for grotesque blue prostitutes. with shorter necks. I think it's sort of the same face, isn't it?
Yeah, honestly, it looks like every alien from the Next Generation combined into one, but that's fine with me, honestly.
Yeah, funny eyebrows and foreheads are cheap, yep. Anyway, let's put those back to the pimp before he notices they're missing.
Coming up next, we have what will happen if the average My Little Pony fan actually bred with a My Little Pony. It's sort of a very ill horse cat with apparently snakes for hair, as you can see that what do you make of that?
My Little Medusa cat pony
cow,
and it's got one really long hoof, like it's wearing a boot, but only the one. It didn't want to look tarty.
Hooves like Jagger.
What? It's got like a mane and just one snake growing out of it. This has got to be based on a hallucination of some type. Surely the designers are on some sort of horrifying drug. Definitely. Or need some sort of horrifying drug. I've got no idea.
Both.
Yeah. Right. Do you like things that stare into your soul? Because we got some more of those.
I actually quite like those. I think they're quite cute.
These freaked me the fuck out. I'm going to be honest with you. It's the weird stare of it and this weird rocket-like body. I'd hate to see this thing animated.
It's not going to happen, Stuart. It does look like
don't.
a 1950s ray gun in its back half.
Yes, that is exactly it, actually. It's got a ray gun shoved up its arse, and that's why it looks so perturbed. Here's its slightly more colourful brethren, which has tried to claw its own eyes out at one stage, probably so it doesn't have to look at the other one. The eyes, again, slightly unsettling, but I don't think as bad as Mr. Bulbous Pupils. Yeah.
It's like Garfield from the Alpha Dimension.
I don't want to see Odie.
Well, actually, saying that, I think you might have to.
Oh my god!
Here he is! Yay! Oh, sorry, bring that back into frame.
That's like a hamster with a cobra's head.
Yeah, again, it looks like that's a random mix of parts, but the problem is we've got 3 of the bastards.
Yeah, honestly, when I first saw this, I thought, they've stuck the wrong head on something. But no, not only are they, we got 3 exactly the same, but we discovered he's kind of the poster boy for Monsta Fizz. I don't know if you can see him, I have to hold it upside down. But it actually shows it on top of the logo.
He is the main mascot of the Monsta Fizz theme park.
It's just like a bad Photoshop. I mean, why they haven't even bothered to blur the texture a little bit, you know?
He's very loose too, you can get a good swivel out of him.
This is rubbish. It doesn't even stand up. Its head's too heavy for it to live. Well, there's probably other genetic problems with just grafting a cobra onto a fucking hamster, but there you go. Spaceman. I always wanted you to go into Spaceman with your giant droopy face. It's like a small child's plasticine project that's just got into a spacesuit.
He does look very depressed, but
he's not had a good time of it, has he?
I genuinely like this guy. He's got a real kind of bebop 50s vibe to him. He kind of looks like an ergonomic chair or something.
He can sit on himself.
Yeah. I like him a lot.
He's one of the figures. If you saw this one out of context with the others, you would think it was a relatively normal toy line.
Yeah.
Then you see Cobra, Hamster.
Apart from the uterus head, but
yes. Skip over that.
This whole lot, I think, coming up now, are actually pretty nifty. This guy with the incredibly awful skin condition, he has a large bulbous head. It's almost like a big ham with cloves in it.
What worries me about this is he looks perfectly normal, but has appeared to have been horribly infected by something. He's got like normal clothes and stuff, and this perturbed look on his face. He's not used to being like this.
And here we've got Space Gandhi. He's just really a pretty generic looking green alien, blimey, with a little orange coat on. He looks a little like Kif from Futurama.
Oh, except again trying to claw his own eyes out.
It's quite cute.
And I think he's stolen that T-shirt from like a fast food chain. Perhaps he works behind the counter. Do you want fries with that? Do you want fries with that? They're 2 for 1 today. And then he drips mucus into the burgers or something. This one is one of the most broken, but also most intricate of them. It's like Frankenstein with a big red coat, possibly nicked from Dante from Devil May Cry series of video games, and holding an umbrella.
That's exactly how Mary Shelley envisioned him. sort of fist pumping like he's listening to Lady Gaga.
Why is that arm so long?
No, he's Frankenstein.
He's nicked it from Dalsim. Yeah.
Somebody's going to say, actually, it's Frankenstein's monster. That's the real name of the monster.
That's true.
His real name is actually Steve.
Steve.
Yeah.
Steve Monster. Mm-hmm. Middle name of the. Yeah, there's something nice about that. It's just a shame. He spent all this time getting such a nice coat and he hasn't even found any shoes, bless him. But the umbrella thing, that's going to have to be glued, isn't it, basically?
I think so.
Tragic. Also, they seem to have painted his head with Tipp-Ex. That's never a good thing. Ooh, I like this one.
I don't know why we left it so incredibly long to get round to him, but he's just really your average punk. I'm not even going to mention the fact that he's blue, because I think that's what punks do these days. It's the only way they can stay ahead of the game.
They paint themselves blue,
Yeah.
green, any colour, yeah. He's got hipster glasses as well. Sort of zombie hipster punk.
What else have we got?
Really getting the idea from that one. He's also got some weird yellow thing on the side of his head where he's trying to perform surgery on himself, perhaps? No idea. Oh, now look at this. Dangerously normal as compared to the others. It's a spaceman with a gun.
Yeah, I'm disappointed by this one, honestly.
Yeah, when you've seen the craziness of the others and then you get down to this.
Yeah, he needs to resemble some sort of farm animal a little bit more. Just a little bit more. That's all I need.
Perhaps under the hat, but we can't see.
Or perhaps that is his head.
That would not surprise me. Or in fact, he is the gun, and the rest of this is just some sort of weapon that it carries around. It reminds me a bit of the, was it from the 80s or the 90s, the Trash Bag Bunch?
Trash Bag Bunch, yeah, I've got quite a few of those. Similar deal again, a little figure that you get in a big bag of fizzy chemicals.
And the good guys looked vaguely like this, but pinker, if I remember, as opposed to green, didn't they?
Yeah, a bit pink was big in the 90s.
Nice bit of neon. GI Joe Battles Force, or whatever it was, yeah. Oh man, now we're on to the freakiest ones of the lot. Purely for the dichotomy. Right, you've seen what's come before. The horrors and the monsters and the god knows what half cobra, half hamsters. We haven't got up and it was just a woman. That's it. Like Marilyn from the Munsters. Just a normal woman. Is she supposed to be a victim of the other characters?
I did scream for 4 hours when we originally pulled it out of the slime, but that's settled down now considerably.
I tend to do that anyway. But we've also got another version where somebody has painted this sort of eyeliner a bit more heavily. We've got normal Marilyn and slutty Marilyn. Tastes. I just don't... Where does this fit into the whole thing? How is this a toxic mutant or a monster?
Her complete deformity might be all psychosomatic. She could have severe issues.
She's a monster on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she ignores the open other end instruction on packets of Jaffa cakes.
She's Eileen Wernos.
Away with you, because these possibly are even stranger.
Well, unfortunately they're not, because they're in scale with everyone else. We have here really two pretty average-looking businessmen or office employees just really going about their day-to-day, pointing at people, having loose articulation.
Holding up white slabs.
That's what I did when I worked at Nationwide.
Who thought amongst all the toxic mutants and other horrifying creatures, kids would want caricatures of businessmen?
Stuart, I've told you before, kids love office politics.
Need a little water cooler action play set.
A little Dilbert strip pinned to the wall.
I don't believe it. They're going to take away our dental benefits. Good job they don't have any teeth, really. Oh no, this one does seem to. But he's holding... Oh, he's got toothache. Look, there we are. The whole of the Monsta Fizz and Toxic Mutants, it's all an allegory for dental benefits in an office.
The horror.
And they've given it away by too obvious at the end. Bloody hell, yeah. Well, I think these things seem to be made in the UK, so you American people will have to not ever buy any. I'm sorry about that, because I know your hearts are really set on it now.
His heart would be set on it too, but unfortunately it's located in his brain.
And probably everywhere else. Well, I think there's only one thing left to do. See what's in that bloody Monsta Fizz.
Yes!
So here is the final Monsta Fizz. It's like a witch lady with a very gothic dress and a very dodgy complexion. Seems to have grown some sort of horrifying horn out of the top of her head and is trying very badly to hide it with her hair. And the pose, well, not really entirely sure what's going on there. Give me some skin, blood.
Or give me some blood, skin.
That's more likely, looking at her, actually. Good grief, I'm going to take the head off that so it doesn't attack me. Whilst I show the final one that I hid earlier. Yes, this is what the slime is like. Very thick, very unpleasant. Sometimes it's more watery and sometimes it's pitch black, like some kind of tar. But we've got a kind of snotty, goldy thing going on. And it was just another businessman who has been born from the horrifying placenta that is the toxic waste black thing.
Like most businessmen, actually.
Yes, they're usually born at the age of 48 from a tin of toxic waste. Well, thank you for letting me ruin your house with my stupid toys, Harry.
Don't mention it. It's not like we can do anything about that now.
On the road again. Yes, today we are... Fuck, sorry.
Okay.